All right, so I just picked up this new electric scooter. It's called the Kaabo Mantis 10. I got it from a website called Voro Motors, and the thing's pretty fun. I'll run through some of the specs real quick. It's got dual 1,000 watt motors, hub motors, one in the front and then one in the rear. It's got dual hydraulic disc brakes. So there's the front. Don't know the size on the rotors, but it will lock them up pretty easily. And you can drive in a single motor mode where it's just the rear motor, or a dual motor mode where it's both. It almost throws you off the scooter, it's so fast. It will light up the front tire easily if you give it too much throttle off the line and just spin the front tire in dual motor mode. Single is just the rear. It'll still reach the same top speed, just slower and less acceleration. It's a 60 volt LG battery, 24 amp hours. So I can get roughly 45 miles of range. And the top speed is, I've had it to about 43, 40 to 45 probably is the top speed. It does have regenerative braking, so you can slightly move the brake levers and the e-brake or the regen braking kicks in. It also has electronic ABS to keep you from locking up the tires, which works pretty well. Tire-wise, they're 10-inch tall tires, and they're about 2.5 inches wide. They work pretty well. They do make a hybrid tire. It's like a hybrid off-road tire that would give a little bit better grip in like gravel, because sometimes I'll take this on gravel paths occasionally, and it handles pretty well, but the street tires don't grip the greatest when it gets loose. I've added a couple things to it since I got it. One was this rear fender. I commute in it sometimes. This extension prevents any kind of water or mud from kicking up on your pants. Works really well. I did add a steering damper right when I got it. I had read a few instances where people hitting bumps at 30, 35 miles per hour got a little bit of a wobble, and that's kind of scary. So I basically just put this on right out of the box, and it's totally smooth at top speed. No speed wobbles or anything like that. And that steering damper is adjustable. And it takes any kind of wobble out of the steering. It does have dual suspension. So there in the front, it's kind of a combination metal spring and rubber bushing. A little bit stiff, but definitely gives you good control with high speed. Of course, added a mirror here just to help me see in traffic. See, overall, this thing is a blast to ride. If you've ever ridden in an electric car or driven one, just the instant torque and instant acceleration you get. But this thing's a blast to just hit sidewalks. You can keep up with traffic as long as the speed is under 35 to 40 miles per hour pretty comfortably. So this does have headlights. So from the rear, you have these two deck-mounted rear tail lights. Whenever you hit the brakes, they will flash, as well as the front LEDs on the deck. They will also flash when you hit the brakes just to alert people. Front headlight, which is actually bright enough to use. I've driven a few times in the pitch black, and you can see just fine. The deck lighting just kind of lights up the ground around you, so cars are more aware of you if you're ever on the main road. It also has blinkers, where it will blink just the deck lighting. Not super visible, but it's something. Little horn, nice. The scooter also folds to make it slightly more transportable. You release these two quick releases here, and the stem drops down and connects to this little tab here. The bars do not fold, so it's not super compact, but it's enough to fit in the back of a small SUV. I've done that before. Weight overall is about 65 pounds, so not too bad to lift. Cost-wise, I think base price with an 18 amp hour battery is around $1,600 last time I checked. With the 24 amp hour, it pushes it just over 2,000. So not super cheap, but once you ride this thing, you don't regret spending any of that just because it's so much fun. It puts a smile on your face, even if you look a little bit silly. So yeah, let's check out some riding footage.